Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. From skipping her high school graduation to nabbing a spot in the season 26 playoffs, Shye is one of the brightest talents the Voice has seen in a long time. The 17-year-old member of Team Bubbly came out on top of her knockout against Edward Preble and Jay Paul in Tuesday's night's episode with a cover of The One That Got Away by Katy Perry. I chose this song because there's always somebody that you wish you could have done more to keep them in your life, Shye said. And when you look back and reflect, you think about how you guys are both separate from each other now. Shye continued, I used to sing this song all the time to my mom, who is extremely supportive of me and my music career. She created this YouTube channel called Shye's Diaries. It was a series of skits with me and my siblings, where I was her little star. She made it because she was in the hospital and really worried that she was not going to get much more time with me. It was a way to show me when I grow up, if she wasn't around, that this is how she saw me through her eyes. Luckily, I still got to keep my mother. Similar to how she felt with Joaquin Forston over on Team Reba, mega mentor Jennifer Hudson was simply in awe of how a contestant could show so much talent at such a young age. To be that young and to be able to emote and connect, you can't teach that, gushed Hudson, who previously served as a coach on The Voice during season 15. During rehearsals, Hudson's only piece of constructive feedback for Shye was to embrace her incredible singing chops without worrying about the fact that she might not have as much experience as Preble and Paul. It's not about being older, it's about what you've done with your time, and she's utilized her time right by working on her craft, and it shows. I picked Shye because she may not just be one of my favorite voices of this season, but she may be one of my favorite voices of all time, concluded Bubbly. She has a tonal quality that is exceptional. It's deep and rich, and that's the kind of voice you want to hear on the radio. Whatever it is, she's got it. As far as compliments go, you really can't do much better than that. But what became of Shye's fellow teammates? Jay Paul was, unfortunately, sent home following a performance of Seal's Kiss from a Rose. Preble, who covered Send in the Clowns by Judy Collins with Sinatra-like panache, found himself stolen over to Team Reba. There are voices, and then there are voices, the kind that pierce through the noise of everyday life, commanding attention and leaving an indelible mark on the soul. Shye, the emerging powerhouse of raw talent and unparalleled authenticity, has one of those voices. In an industry overflowing with musical talent, Shye's voice feels like a revelation, a blend of emotional vulnerability and unshakable strength that instantly sets her apart. It's no wonder that during a recent singing competition, her knockout performance became the talk of the music world, capturing hearts, headlines, and an unforgettable endorsement from one of the judges who proclaimed, Shye has one of my favorite voices of all time. But what makes her so exceptional? Let's take a closer look at her journey, her knockout performance, and the artistry that has made her a star in the making. Shye didn't just stumble into the limelight. Her ascent was a combination of talent, hard work, and authenticity. Born to a family that always celebrated music, she grew up surrounded by diverse genres: jazz, blues, classical, and indie pop. Her parents often played music as the soundtrack to their lives, and young Shye quickly developed a deep love for melody and storytelling. But her journey wasn't without challenges. Despite having a natural gift, Shye's path was riddled with doubt and self-discovery. She often found herself questioning whether her voice was good enough to stand out in an industry teeming with aspiring singers. However, it was these struggles that shaped her artistry, infusing her music with a sense of raw relatability that would later captivate audiences. When she first stepped onto the stage during the competition's blind auditions, she was unassuming. Dressed simply, she let her voice do the talking, and what a voice it was! With a hauntingly beautiful rendition of an indie classic, she turned all the chairs in under 30 seconds. Even then, there was something magnetic about her, something that hinted at her potential to become unforgettable. Fast forward to the knockout rounds, where Shye was up against one of the competition's fiercest vocalists. The pressure was immense. She needed to deliver a performance that not only showcased her technical abilities, but also highlighted her uniqueness. For her knockout song, Shye chose a daring, unconventional track, an acoustic cover of a pop anthem that had been a global hit years ago. Stripping the song down to its bare essence, she transformed it into a poignant ballad, layering her rich, velvety tones over sparse instrumentation. From the first note, the room fell silent. There was a weight to her delivery, an emotional depth that drew the audience in. Each lyric felt personal, as if she was sharing a piece of her own story. By the time she reached the climax, her voice soared effortlessly, leaving the judges visibly moved. One even wiped away tears, later admitting, "I forgot I was judging a competition. I was just lost in the music." To describe Shye as merely talented would be an understatement. What sets her apart is the perfect fusion of technique, emotion, and authenticity. Shye's voice is an enigma. It carries an unusual timbre that makes it instantly recognizable. A delicate balance of warmth and rawness. She has a rare ability to switch from intimate whispers to powerful belting without losing control, creating a dynamic range that keeps listeners on the edge of their seats. Her interpretation. A great singer doesn't just hit the notes, they tell a story. Shye excels in this department, reinterpreting songs in ways that make them feel new and deeply personal. Her knockout performance was a masterclass in this, proving her ability to connect emotionally with her audience. Her fearlessness. Choosing an unconventional song for a critical round was a risky move, but it paid off. Shye has a knack for taking risks that elevate her performances, showcasing her creativity and willingness to push boundaries. Her authenticity. In an era where many artists chase trends, Shye stands out for being unapologetically herself. Her authenticity resonates with fans who see her as not just a performer, but a storyteller and a kindred spirit. The moment Shye finished her performance, the room erupted into applause. The judges were on their feet, and the audience couldn't stop cheering. But the highlight of the night came when one of the most revered judges, an industry veteran, delivered a heartfelt critique. "I've been in this business for decades, and I've heard countless voices. But Shye's voice, it's one of my favorite voices of all time. There's something exceptional about her, an ability to touch your heart with every note. She doesn't just sing, she feels, and she makes you feel too." This statement not only validated Shye's talent, but also cemented her status as a frontrunner in the competition. Shye's knockout performance didn't just win her the round, it sparked a wave of admiration that extended far beyond the show. Social media lit up with praise, with fans and celebrities alike expressing their awe. Hashtags like #ShyeKnockout and #ExceptionalVoice trended for days, and her performance video garnered millions of views within hours of being uploaded. For Shye, this moment was more than just a victory, it was a turning point. Reflecting on the experience, she later said, "Winning the knockout was incredible. But what meant the most to me was hearing that my music resonated with people. That's all I've ever wanted, to make people feel something through my voice." With the competition still underway, Shye's journey is far from over. But one thing is certain, her knockout performance has solidified her place as a rising star. Whether she wins the entire competition or not, her future looks incredibly bright. Fans are already anticipating what's next for Shye. An album, a tour, or perhaps even collaborations with established artists. Whatever the case, one thing is clear. Shye's voice, once a hidden gem, is now a treasure that the world has discovered. In the grand tapestry of music, voices like Shye's are rare. They remind us of the power of vulnerability, the beauty of imperfection, and the universality of emotion. Shye's journey, marked by courage, artistry, and authenticity, is an inspiring testament to the idea that when you stay true to yourself, magic happens. As her judge so perfectly put it, Shye has one of my favorite voices of all time. And for those who have heard her sing, it's impossible to disagree. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.